Welcome guys to another video. I am Nair, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a storytime slash life lesson video. Now, you see by the title, I'm going to be talking about when to know to cut off bad friends. And like the person I'm going to talk about in this video, which their fake name is David, cut people off sooner. I did it way too late. And this person bullied me, he punched me, he just did not. He wasn't a friend. It was like if you were forced or too scared to fight the bully, so you became friends with them to try to got. It was like having a friend as a bully, basically, okay? And not in as a joking way or as a friend way. Like sometimes you roast each other as friends or stuff. Like, it wasn't that. This guy was not a good person, at least back then. Like I said, his fake name is David, and the other fake name for the other friend that I want to talk about is Charles. Charles was I think, too afraid to basically leave David. Because David, I don't think, treated Charles as bad as he did me, at least that to my knowledge. But he didn't treat us that well. And that's what I mean. I should have cut him off the moment we became friends, and this was a problem, which was like literally probably immediately. But for some reason I didn't. I was too afraid to fight him, like when he was doing whatever, or like I was just too afraid to say stuff and speak up, which is something. That's another point. This video is gonna be great. Okay, do not be too scared to say something, okay? Like, if you're seeing something, or even, like, if you're going through stuff, say something to them. Because, trust me, I told the teachers, he punched me, he did this and then that. He never got in any trouble. Literally none. He got spoke to. The parents got spoke to. It is so stupid, okay? And I probably think why he was this way was his dad, because I met his dad once, and his dad was not an enjoyable person to be around. But anyway, this story is basically one day in junior high when I finally grew a backbone or something, and he was basically saying about random people that I had no beef with, he had probably no beef with. They weren't mean people, they weren't bullying us, they weren't doing anything to us, but this guy was just saying this person's this, and he was saying whatever names. And I finally said, I'm done with you, I don't want to be your friend no more, come on Charles, let's leave. And I had to speak to Charles, I had to finally get in his head and tell him, this guy is not a good person, okay? We need to get away from him. He's a plague. And we finally got away from him, and we sat together, and I built a big friend group after this. And that's probably why I kept with him, was because one of the only people that actually hung out with me during school. And why it is because Charles was not an enjoyable person, so I probably didn't get really to be hanging out with other people, because David was such an unlovely person. Now, Charles, on the other hand, really cool guy. Sadly, he moved away, and I haven't talked to him in years. And I haven't talked to David in years either. And that's what I mean. Know when to cut people off. This was not the right time, okay? It should have been a long, long time ago, but at least I actually went through with it, and I finally did it. It was probably great for me, or not probably, it was. And yeah, just know when to cut people off. Another example to really preface this is this guy said the N-word and they heard. He said the N-word with the hard R. And there was a black kid, okay? And there were twins. But the one guy heard it, and these two are really cool. And I talked to them and stuff, but he said that I said it and I got jumped. Yeah. That's probably the day I should have cut him off, even though the other days should have definitely caused it, but still. Anyway, I want to pick you up because just know when to cut people off. Don't plague yourself with somebody that either makes you really sad, or like this, like David, made me very angry. I had a lot of anger because of him. A lot of built up anger, which, if I haven't told the fight story, because I fought David a lot, several times. But anyway, if I haven't told that story, I'm gonna tell it someday soon. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. But like, subscribe, notifications on, and comment down below something. What you thought of the story or thought of the life lesson. Just know when to cut people off, and also, what was my other point earlier? Oh, I forgot. Anyway, yeah. See you guys in the next video. Peace. Know when to cut people off. If they're really bad for you, just don't cut people off for no reason. That doesn't need to be cut off. Cut off bad people. See you.